We're recording right now, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And we know that this is we're gonna be able to play this back later.
Like, nothing's certain.
Welcome to the Nothing Certain podcast with
that's
Mike,
kind of a cool name
Kyle,
for a podcast.
and our guest today is Dan. What is the name? Is it Making Fun of Mike?
If you want it to be.
Wait,
whatever
is it
you
going to
want.
be called Making Fun of Mike, but the mic is just M-I-C?
No.
Like a
Making
microphone?
Fun on Mike?
Making fun on Mike?
Because we're all on mics? I don't know.
Making fun of on Mike. Just both. That's the both words.
I think we should just pick a name and just fucking stick with it.
All right.
What is the name of the show?
Making Fun of Mike.
Okay.
I'm Mike. I'm your host.
Welcome to Making Fun of Mike, episode 1. We have Mike.
That's me.
Kyle. That's me. And our guest today is Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan.
That's all of our voices. So this is a brand new podcast. Where are we going to start today, ladies?
What are we going to start, did you say?
Where are we going to start today, ladies?
In the shed.
We are recording in a shed. We're coming to you live.
With no lights on.
It's pretty dark. We've got 3 faces for radio here, so we can't see each other, and you can't see us, and that's the way
And
God intended
we are
it.
thankful for it.
Did you want this to be more funny or more serious?
I don't care.
Throw me your question. I forgot what it was.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Start. Just jump right.
You guys
into
want
it.
me to just
right
start it
into
off?
her.
Just jump right into the question.
Okay.
I think so. We need that to get us kickstarted here.
Okay. Let me phrase this in my mind first a little bit. It's kind of weird to say. Is a political disagreement ever worth losing a friendship, a relationship, or like stop talking to a family member over?
No.
I also think no.
You think no?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about this today, and what if somebody? Well, explain why first. Before I even counter.
Can you give an example first?
Yeah,
Like,
that'd probably be good.
what
Well, I
would
have an
be-
example, but it's pretty. It's like an extreme one.
Can I give you my experience?
Yes. Yeah.
My wife and I have almost totally different opposing views on politics.
Sure.
And
I could see
we're
that.
totally fine. Totally fine. Like, we
She's
have
a black
disagreements.
nationalist, right?
You're a white.
No, but yeah, we have totally different views, and like, it's not like when she says something, I'm like, oh no, that's BS. Like, I'll hear her out and like tell her I disagree, or if I say something.
So do
she'll
you
tell
hit
me
her
I'm
before
wrong.
that or after that?
Before and after.
Well, that's why it works so well.
During.
So what's something you guys disagree on? If you can think of something off the top of your head.
Or if you could think too of like a hypothetical topic that like you have maybe your strongest stance that if she
strongest stance?
disagreed with,
Don't tread on this,
yeah, don't step on
Oh,
that snake.
jeez.
or I'll hit you.
Um,
If nothing comes to mind, that's fine too.
Nothing's coming to mind right now.
Yeah.
Just because it's not like I don't feel strongly enough about something where if she disagreed with me, I'd get all mad about it. I'm pretty easygoing.
Would you
and-
describe yourself as like a highly political person?
Nope.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it too.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna pose as like a sub question. Is there any like topic of conversation, any disagreement of any kind
Okay.
that
Yeah.
would be worth like losing a relationship
Yeah.
over? Like what?
Racist.
That's a political stance.
Oh, I guess. I was thinking like...
That's more of a civil stance or something, or like a human stance.
I'd say it's political.
It kind of
Okay.
falls under a
Or if
lot
there
of
was like
different...
Almost anything could be defined as political, like when it comes
yeah.
down to it.
if you're a pedophile.
That is exactly what I was going to say. What if somebody is pro pedophilia and they're running on that? Like say your brother one day. I'm not saying that he's like this, but I've had my thoughts. What if he decided one day he's like, I just really think the age of consent should be lower, and he's like dedicating his life to it all of a sudden.
How
or something.
much lower? That's a good question too. Because like a year,
Dan is dancing with a dangerous topic
totally.
tonight.
Well, like what if it was? What if someone posed 1 year lower?
Well, some places it is 17.
Oh, it's age of consent is even 17 here.
Oh, isn't?
Yeah,
See, I don't even know.
but so what if it was 1 year lower than that? Then even.
I don't think we should fuck with bringing it down anymore.
What about bringing it up?
I don't think it needs to go up either.
You think it's perfect at?
I don't think
17, 18?
it's not like perfect like necessarily. I don't know if that's
what would
like
be perfect then.
I think it's good where it's at. I think it's acceptable. I think
you think
socially like
but
that's
if it was-
beneficial.
If it was one down or one up, would those also be acceptable? You think? Where do you draw the line? Where do you get a hard like no
I'm not like
in both directions?
I'm not super into this I don't think about this a whole lot.
You posed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, boy, pose the question.
No, but in a different context, I was saying
I wanted
if
this
some-
question,
don't
not this one.
Don't ask the question if you're not ready for
you're
the
asking a
follow-ups.
completely different question than I asked you guys.
How young of a person would you have sex with?
That is not what I asked you guys at all. I said, would you end a relationship with someone if they opposed the age of consent? Would that alienate you enough to end a relationship with somebody?
You know
How
what?
young? I
think
come
this
back
goes,
to that question again.
I agree
Yeah.
with Dan. I think
Yeah.
it depends. I think if someone said, 17 or
Yeah.
16, I'm like, that's really kind of weird that's even on your radar. It's
close.
But it wouldn't bother me enough. I don't know.
But
I don't
let's
think
say, let's say somebody said there shouldn't be one.
I'd be like, that's a fucked up view.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird thought. That's a weird thing to be thinking of as like an adult.
Right. But that's what I was thinking, because originally when I thought of the question, that I originally asked you guys, would I end a relationship with somebody over something like that? I thought just when I thought of straight politics, I wanted to say no. But say somebody came up to me and said, there should be no age of consent. I should be able to fuck a 5-year-old if I want. Be like,
Right.
I don't want to.
That's fucked up.
I don't need you in my life, bro.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
So I mean, obviously,
Yeah. You draw the line somewhere. Like you said, like that was an extreme. That's why I'd be curious.
there's
to see
people that
where-
say that shit.
I know.
though.
I know.
That's
there
what's
are.
fucked up
I
about it.
know.
Like it's
And
extreme,
those
but it's
are
a
like-
reality.
I think most people would agree that that's wrong. That's why I thought it was interesting to find like those cutoffs to where like you find like a 50-50 split of like people who agree and disagree with it. Because I think there's like definitely a section of people who do think that the age of consent should be abolished. But I think that's a really small percentage compared to the people who don't think that. But I think where you find curiosity is the number that separates like a 50-50 split or closer to a 50-50 split of like, okay, say 16 was the age of consent or 15 or 14. What is the number you think people would start to split 50-50?
Oh, so you're saying where would you end the relationship? Like where would you feel alienated when somebody brought it down enough?
Yeah, yes, that too. Yeah. Kyle, what about your girlfriend? Pretty new relationship still in the grand scheme of things. Probably you guys haven't talked about the age of consent laws.
We have not.
Say it comes up somehow. What's the number she would say where you're like, this has to end?
Where I'd be like, I can't even be around you.
I can't even be around you yet. Where you'd end the relationship
Oh my
like
God.
you originally posed.
Oh my
What's the
God.
age?
The tables have turned. Oh hell, the turntables. I mean, if she was advocating, I don't think even 16 is acceptable.
So you think if she said so, that's only 1 year.
But I'm trying to think if that's like.
See, the thing, the reason it's so hard to answer is because like there's no way that you or anybody you know is going to be going after a 16-year-old, and it's harder for me to like picture somebody I don't know going after somebody I don't know that's under 16. Do you get me?
Right.
It's hard to make it personal.
It doesn't seem like a reality in your world. Yeah.
Like the Holocaust.
Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm dating a Jew, right?
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Well,
It would have been funny
Touché.
otherwise still, but it was even funnier because she's Jewish.
right. Yep.
And a pedophile if this goes
Yeah,
the way
right.
we think it's going to. Which is worse, being a pedophile or a Jew?
Jew. No.
So like you're 18, you're a senior in high school, and you're dating a freshman, 14-year-old, and you guys have sex. What do you think?
I feel like most of the time that's kind of weird, but
don't
it's
even-
not like a pedophile weird. You know what I mean?
Like, because when I think pedophile, I think adult man.
So what about someone who's okay? Say that same relationship. Then, a couple of years later, the girl is now a early junior at 16, and the guy's in college in his early 20s. Maybe he's 21 and she's 16,
That does not feel right to me.
but it felt right when it was 18 and 14.
I still thought it was a little weird.
Tara was 18 and I was 23 when we met.
Pedo.
Pedophile, high five.
I lifted my hand to high five Dan
I wish
Beck and he
everybody
left
could have seen that high five that
It was
just almost took
embarrassing.
Dan took
place.
his away.
I put
His
it,
hand away.
no, I put it up. He brought it up. I took it away, and then I was like, oh, he wanted it, so I brought it up, and then he took it away.
That was the shittiest thing I've ever
Yikes.
seen. That was the most
Well,
failure I've ever
we're in a
witnessed
dark
in
room.
one.
It's hard to.
Talking about pedophiles. What do you
Yeah.
want?
Yeah, this is so fucked up. We're sitting in a dark shed talking about pedophilia, missing high fives.
I know.
We should change the subject.
Okay.
What do you got next?
I got
What's
here,
next
here,
on the docket?
Here. Can I jump in here for a second?
Yeah.
Kind of like on the same lines of relationship type stuff.
Sure. I don't know if the last one was really relationship type.
Well, we were saying like when
it was relationship. Okay, go ahead.
Would you shut your fucking mouth?
Yeah, I'm just a
when
guest.
is cheating considered cheating?
Oh, that is a
Good
good
question.
Oh, my man.
Good question.
You know what? This is our first episode, and I feel like it's going to work.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
feel like it's going to work after that. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. No,
Yeah.
So what do you think?
no, when is cheating considered cheating? I
have an answer.
I feel. Do you want to go first?
No, I want to go last.
Okay. Should I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I am pretty strict on this. When it comes to me, like say somebody that I'm dating is texting someone and lying about it to me. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that is fun. But is it cheating yet?
I think emotional cheating is a real thing.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. Is it the same as physical cheating in
It's
terms
not
of
the
hurt?
same, but honestly,
And
I've been thinking about this, and it
could be worse, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just
Emotional
gonna say
could be
that.
worse.
Agreed.
It's like if she like made out with somebody, it's like one thing, but
It's a very
if she's
primal thing.
if
that's
she's like, which obviously any cheating,
it's fucked up.
we're
still.
fucking done instantly. But yeah, it could be considered worse to be actually engaging in an ongoing, some sort of mutual feelings back and forth. Like it's almost more like visceral and like evil.
You know, and some
Yeah.
people consider even like pornography cheating.
Yes, they do.
That I do not consider cheating.
Nor do I.
Where do you fall on that?
I think if you have to keep it a secret, it's considered cheating. No matter
Oh, if
what
you have
it
to
is.
keep it a secret.
anything.
Yeah. Well, so if you have to keep anything a secret, it's cheating.
What if you just never bring
No,
it up?
I think in terms of like a relationship.
But when you're in a relationship,
Plateau.
anything could be like.
Well, not like
What about? Here's a question then. What about like finances?
Oh, like
What if
I'm
you
thinking in
keep like
terms of
your
like
finances hidden from your?
I'm thinking that's
wouldn't really be
I would call
cheating.
that lying, but I wouldn't call it cheating.
Right.
When I think cheating, I think like
I think only sexual then.
or emotional. I don't put my emotions in my finances.
Okay.
And I don't, and I'm not.
You've never
looking,
dated a Jew.
Oh, dude, that was
Nice.
good.
Nice.
Like we didn't even laugh. We were just like, very
Yeah.
well
It was highbrow humor.
Yeah.
It was too funny to laugh at right away. We're just
Yeah.
like, damn. I'm more impressed than anything else.
Yeah. But I think that when it comes to cheating, it's like you're looking for something that your partner cannot offer you somewhere else. So I don't think when I look at my finances, I'm not thinking like my wife can't offer me, the $10.
So where do you fall on therapy? Say your wife is secretly seeing a therapist, getting some emotional
Wow.
or mental help that she's not getting from you. Is that cheating?
No.
I definitely think there's something fucked up about that. Though.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks that you don't think you can go to your partner, or you can't share with your partner that you're feeling a shitty way or need some help. But I mean, maybe your partner is the cause for you to go and get help. I guess when I think, that is a really good question.
That is really good because there's a whole ethical thing there because
Yeah.
you're going to seek help because obviously you want to stay with the person.
Right.
Because you wouldn't be seeking help if you just wanted to leave.
Because then my follow-up question to that is, say you can't get off sexually on your partner, but you love them, would it be cheating to seek that from a professional?
to seek what?
Like say you go to like a prostitute.
That's
Obviously, that's
you're saying
illegal.
a professional
Yeah,
sex person. Oh,
Yeah.
so
in the same way
Wow.
that you'd see a therapist for emotional or mental support you're not getting from your partner, but you still love that partner and want to be with them, and you're actually using the therapist.
I'm going to change my answer to yes. I think if you're seeing a therapist and you can't tell your partner about
That's
it.
cheating.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I don't know if I'd consider it cheating, but it's fucked up.
Well, then why are you in a
But-
relationship with somebody you can't communicate with?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you
I mean,
if you feel like you
usually-
have to fuck somebody, a professional, why are you in a relationship with somebody that's not going to fuck you?
Yeah, I feel like if you are not sexually satisfied with your partner, you should just leave.
Or
Yeah.
mentally or emotionally.
Yeah,
right?
and if that
Right,
it
yeah.
and it depends on how important that is to you. If it's important to you, if you're not getting the level that you wanted emotionally, sexually, or financially, or whatever, I guess it depends on what's important to you.
Right. So you guys break it into two categories. Like a relationship has like a physical half and a mental and emotional half, or thirds.
Yeah, it's not like a 50-50 split. Or
Yeah.
There's multiple.
Well, and you can weigh them differently, but those would be like the three categories of like, if you're not hitting all three of those, you shouldn't be in the relationship. And if you're getting one of those three options from another source, it's cheating.
You're just breaking it up into those three.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about so far.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could break it down into more, but yeah, I mean, bottom line, if you feel like you need to secretly seek something from somebody that you can't, obviously, you shouldn't be lying to anybody. It doesn't matter if it's somebody you're dating or somebody like a friendship or anybody. So if you feel like you have to go behind someone's back to get something that you need that you can't get from them, maybe you just shouldn't be interacting with that person as much as you are.
And where do you guys feel that stands on, like, not really a fault, but is that more of a personal problem or more of a problem with your partner?
It's a relationship problem. It's both parties.
Okay. So you would still call it cheating even though you would personally be part at fault too?
If they shouldn't have gotten in a relationship with me knowing my faults. And
But are you just as responsible for not getting into a relationship, being unable to fulfill those three?
if I knew that it was an issue getting into the relationship, yeah.
Cheating is never the answer, so it doesn't matter if somebody's not giving you what you deserve necessarily. Like say I have a female friend. I actually have multiple female friends.
You have friends?
Guys, I swear.
Boom.
I have multiple female friends that are not getting fucked enough.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Again, and I think this again goes back to what
In
we were
relationships, though.
Oh, who are in relationships?
They're both in relationships and they want to get fucked more.
And they're not?
And their boyfriends are some beta ass motherfuckers. They won't.
No kidding.
Have you ever heard of this?
From you?
Just now?
No, I heard from you like last week or the week before.
Oh, was I telling you about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of them comes to me sometimes and she says, I really just want to get fucked. I mean, this girl is horny as hell. She's literally telling me that she would do the devil's threesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean by that?
What's the devil's? I know what a threesome is.
I
What's
know
the
what a devil's threesome is, but I feel like you're
it's two
using it
guys.
wrong. Okay, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So she would even do that, but why would her partner want that?
I'm just saying she's so horny. She just like wants
would
to
she
get
do a
fucked so
regular
bad.
threesome?
She was like iffy on that.
No, fuck her
It's
then.
not, it's not a super.
Fuck her then. She's
not
not
a-
that
sounds
horny.
greedy.
She's
Well,
not that horny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, whatever. But it's not. It's.
I'd be
that-
willing to do something that'd be more fun for me. Wow.
I want
That
to
wasn't-
cheat.
that
My
wasn't
boyfriend
off
could be
to
there
you.
too.
That was not the point I was making.
Yeah, I know.
But
That's what I came
She sounds
out
like a
with.
hoe.
so
Yeah.
well, she's not.
Is this who I think it is?
I don't know. But she.
Is he your
She's
girlfriend?
no.
Yeah. Is this my mom?
No, I have.
Is it my mom?
No, so she's in a relationship. She's not getting fucked enough, and she's talking to me about it and saying that she's like flirting with other guys and shit. And I'm like, okay, you just need to break up with him. It's that fucking simple.
So is she cheating by flirting with other guys?
I would consider that.
Yeah.
100%.
Is she cheating by talking to you, coming for emotional or physical
Support?
yeah.
I don't think so.
Man.
But we said
Man, I
earlier.
think great question.
Yeah, we came earlier that
I
that
think-
was cheating.
I think that you should be allowed to ask people advice on your relationship, and that's okay. But
What's
you
the
should also
difference
be open
between-
about talking about that. You should be open with your partner and say, like, you don't necessarily have to say exactly who you talked to and what you talked about, but be like, I've been talking to somebody about this, and now I want to bring this up.
So why is it cheating if you do that with a therapist, like we were saying earlier, but not with like a friend? Same thing.
I didn't
if
say it
anything,
was
it's even
cheating.
more devious.
To
I didn't
me,
say it was cheating.
The story.
Okay, that could be.
I'm not even going to go there. It just sounds. I'm not even going to go there.
Go there.
Go there, bro.
I'm not gonna get offended.
Hey, we support you.
When you tell me that this girl comes to you saying, "I'd like to do the devil's threesome," the difference between
This was like, I shouldn't even have brought that up. That was just like some weird conversation that we had. That was not like a proposal. She was
Okay.
not asking me to do that.
She's proposing. Okay, because that's how it comes off to
I didn't
me.
even think
No,
about
no,
that.
I brought that up in a really shitty
Interesting.
way. I brought that up in a really
Yeah.
shitty way.
She
because
sounds like a hoe. I don't know her, though.
I literally brought up to her that I would do a threesome with
Would
two
you do a
girls,
double-
and then she
okay,
asked
there we
me
go.
just out of like curiosity, would you ever do it with two guys? And I said, fuck no,
Fuck no.
because that's gay.
That is gay. Fuck yeah.
But it's just like I'm just not into that, you know.
Especially if you're
But the only-
already having sex with that girl, like you don't get anything by bringing another guy in.
right.
Yeah, I
but
would
some,
de-
some people like that. I have a friend that has done the devil's threesome before.
I would definitely do it with two other guys.
His name's Mike. We're
how
making
is-
fun of him.
I'm making fun of myself at this point.
Yeah,
If the devil's threesome is two guys and one girl, what is three guys?
that's just
sin.
It's just yeah.
that just ain't right. No. No, you do you. Get a dick in your ass.
Sure,
I don't care about that.
That was good. You're good at this, Dan.
Thank you. You guys are good at this.
You're really good at
You know what?
fucking up our questions.
Let's be the guests, and we'll just be on Dan's podcast now.
basically what it is.
Yeah, basically, at the end of the day, if you're not getting something from someone, you need to bring it up to them, and if they can't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
work with you on that, then you just end. Why are people so
Yeah.
afraid to
I
end
know.
relationships?
Oh man, I
Fucking
don't get
end
it.
it and start
I
over.
don't get
The
it.
best
I
parts of
agree.
my life have been when relationships ended and I built myself back up after.
And then I got another relationship and she crashed me right back
and
down.
then I built myself up, and it's like the best part of my life every fucking
Exactly.
time, dude.
But like, can you get addicted to that concept of
Yeah,
like
the honeymoon
new?
phase and
Yeah, yeah. That's I think where like a worry comes in is like you feel so much better in that initial phase that when things start to get a little tough, you're like, well, I'll just break this off and start new. Which I guess in theory, there's nothing wrong with that either. But it is like a new world thing, right? Like it was more old world to like fight through a relationship more. But then we're also seeing like huge divorce rates.
That's true.
And even
Right.
of like the current relationships that aren't divorced, like we have these super high divorce rates, but also like some relationships that are staying together probably want to get divorced.
Well, also women back in the day, they didn't make as much money as women do now. They relied on the man.
yeah, there's kind
like,
of like
live,
a
and now they're
almost
more
like a
independent.
revolution of like equality.
Yeah, we gotta put
that
a
we
stop to
haven't
that.
seen. Yeah, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
well, there was the stigma back then too. Like if you were
right.
a divorcee, you were damaged goods back then, and now
Right.
it's just kind of par for the course. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
especially getting into your 30s and shit. Like I found a girlfriend on Tinder of all places, no kids, no former marriages. That's fucking rare and attractive.
But she's Jewish.
Right.
Right,
She's got,
so you
she's
know, there's
worse
gotta
than
be
all
some
those
trash
other
about her.
things.
I was going to go back to the communication piece because
Yeah, go back
that's
to
to me in all the relationships I've ever been in. When there was a lack of communication, there was always that worry, jealousy, and things like that. But then when I met my wife, we've never had an argument. We've had like a little spat here and there, but our communication has been open so much that we've never lost, like you were saying before, like the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
So like I still go, I'm like, still like thinking about her all the time and like going to text her constantly and stuff. So I think it's like just find somebody you can communicate with.
That's the
I
key
agree,
too.
yeah.
You have to constantly be dating who you're with. And,
Yeah.
and what I mean by that is you have to be surprising them, doing thoughtful things for them. The
Correct.
minute that you stop feeling the desire to do that,
Correct.
start packing your fucking bags because this shit's over.
Correct. Yeah.
And it should be
Communication.
an organic. You should feel compelled to do it. It shouldn't be an obligation.
Do you think that'll last your whole life?
I have no fucking idea, man.
I'll ask Mike because you're married. Do you think that'll last your whole life?
I mean, I do, just because we've gone through like the hardest things as a couple so far.
Do your parents do that still?
What?
Do your parents still show like that they're dating each other?
Yeah,
Do they?
yeah.
Kyle, what about you?
My parents argue a lot more now than they used to. I don't know if it's because they hang out with each other more than anybody else now because we're both out of the house and have been for fucking years.
Right. They
and
got nothing
shit.
else
But
going on.
Yeah, I mean, there's some major bickering going on there sometimes.
My parents bicker too. I don't want to say that they don't bicker or like
Yeah.
argue.
Bicker, right?
Yeah,
Right.
But they still go out together and hang out together. And
Yeah, I
stuff.
genuinely think my parents still love each other. I don't think it's a sham or something. I mean, if they wanted to get divorced, nothing would be stopping them. It would be hard as hell. I don't think that on any level. I don't know. They live 2.5 hours away. I don't see them that
Right,
often.
right.
So I don't get to see the day-to-day things when I see them,
it's interesting to think about.
Definitely. Oh, I think about that shit all the time. Because, yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, love in Hollywood, which is how it's portrayed to all of us growing up,
Right.
is a fucking mess. Mm-hmm. They portray it all fucked up and weird. Like, the person that you meet isn't going to be, I mean, they complete me on every level and all this shit, you know? I mean, you don't have to find someone that's literally never going to piss you off, never going to, on some level, have something about them that they don't like. So they think 12-year-olds should fuck. Not a big deal. Get over it. Stick it in her ass. No.
Oh, shit. Is it sex if you stick it in their ass?
Okay.
Just a good time.
Did we find a loophole?
But no, that's a joke.
The loop.
Jesus Christ. That's a joke.
Calling
But,
that
you know,
hole.
I mean, people should portray sex, or not sex, but sex also, but love in a more realistic way, so you know what to expect. I mean, I don't know.
Do you think aside from like a physical aspect, the love for the person you're in a relationship with is different than the love you have for like friends and family members?
Yeah.
Definitely.
In what ways?
I don't fuck my friends.
Oh, okay, and I said aside from physical was the first thing I
okay.
said.
I didn't even like
the
hear
first
that.
thing
I
I
was
said.
like, this dude's weird, man. He's trying to fuck us in this
Aside
shed
from
right
physical,
now.
I said right off the bat.
Other than physical, well, I'm not around you guys 24/7. I don't rely on
And I
you
don't
guys.
want to be.
And yeah,
I mean,
what?
I don't want to live with you guys. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
when you love
yes.
someone, you want them in the house with you. You think about building a life.
Yeah.
You think about
if
How much of that is sexual though?
I couldn't building a house.
Like say like
I almost fell out of the chair. Oh my god!
no, I mean like yeah, the three of us don't want to do all that, start a life together, build a house together, that kind of shit. But is it because we wouldn't want to have sex with each other?
And I think the thing is I can.
Because like if we were like,
You're
if we
onto
were
something
the
here. You're definitely onto
I
something.
want,
If we were
I
the-
want to shut you down
yeah,
so
if
bad.
we were like
It's
the
not gonna happen. I
opposite
know it's
sex
not.
of each other and we were attracted to each other, I know it's hard to put yourself in that those.
I've thought about you as a woman all the time, Dan.
Well, I am, but you're not attracted to me, unfortunately.
I didn't
That's
say
why
that,
we're not
but go on
building
with
any
your- go on with
homes
your point.
together. Let's talk later.
Okay.
Off mic. So,
On my-
you. So if you met like the female version that you're attracted to of one of your friends, would that be someone you'd consider?
I don't want to sound mean to you guys or anything.
No, don't.
But
You're not going to offend me.
if I met you guys as women, your personalities would turn me off so much.
Okay. Okay.
Explain that more.
Yeah. Going more in depth.
No, I feel like that would be mean.
What do you think is going to happen? Worst thing, I'm going to kick you in the
Oh.
fucking face.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I feel like I'm gonna be mean
To women or to us?
to you guys.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm curious. I'm genuinely
Yeah,
curious.
I know. I just want to hear what you're saying.
I like you guys as friends. I feel like I'm like.
But like,
Now I know what it's like to be
Do
a
you
woman.
think this is a shock to me?
yeah,
Do you
I
think
know.
this is-
Obviously, you like us as friends.
You're friend zoning us right now. Just do
Yeah.
You want me to know? You want to know what qualities I don't like about you guys?
it. Yeah, let's go into that.
Yeah, I guess we can just jump into that next.
No.
Come on, let's hear it, man.
If I
Let me
do this,
let me get my
take us-
knife out and
take
start
us-
sharpening it.
Yeah, take us out of it. If Tara was a guy, Tara's your wife. We can cut that
if
out.
she was a
you don't
guy, would
wanna
I
say
suck
that.
her suck her dick?
Yeah.
No.
Like if you met the male. So there is an extremely large aspect of it that is a sexual thing.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's just fucking
yeah.
biology, dude.
Yeah, I did. Like when I saw her, I'm like, oh my god, like this chick is.
It's the whole thing. It's
Right.
not just
It's not.
I get along
one
with you.
thing.
It's I'm gonna fuck the hell out of you.
Like I really like hanging out with people, and I also really like fucking people. If you can do
Right.
both of those things, that's the best. And she's got that. You guys don't got that.
So it's like if you met. Okay, now here's a question to help me piece this together. If you met the male version of Tara, would you want to be friends with her?
Him.
Yeah,
Him? Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
Wait, but you wouldn't want to be friends with us if we were bitches?
Yeah, you would want to
No,
fuck
I said
us?
I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with you guys. I'd be your friend.
Oh,
Yeah, for
well,
sure.
that's different than what you were saying before.
So okay, so
Oh, I must have misunderstood the question.
yeah, we didn't ask if you wanted to fuck us, man.
I'll still fuck you.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, this guy's all over the place.
So
but I'm
so
down
that
with
was
it. Stay with what you're saying
So
now.
this goes back to my original question, which was, aside from physical, what is the difference between love for friends and love for like someone you'd be in a
You
relationship
have to be
with?
physical. I mean, there's
So
there's no relationship
There's a
without
physical
physical
aspect. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
But
I'd
that's
be
like-
alone if there was no physical aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
100%. I mean, let's
I
ask
agree.
it to you.
No, I agree. I agree with you guys. I just think it's a curious question.
It is. It's something like
Like, where does the line between friend and more than friends start? And I guess you
Starts
have to
with the
have
pussy.
Starts with the pussy.
Ends with a butthole.
Fuck yeah, yeah, hell yeah.
Dan, do you got any questions? We got one from Kyle.
I had one question that I thought of on the way here, just podcast question in general, because this is the first episode. What do you guys have any plans? Because the podcasting industry is so saturated and flooded.
Yes.
With podcasts.
Yes.
And people who think they can podcast.
Yes.
Do you guys have any plans to do something different?
No.
Listen to this naysaying
So
fucking.
so as I was driving here, I said, I can't ask that question without also having a suggestion for them.
So do you have one?
We don't want one.
What? But he's got
Oh,
one.
never
No, I'll
mind then.
take it. No, I'll fucking
Okay.
take it.
So
Dan's pretty clever.
you poll the audience.
Okay, all 0 of them.
Maybe not. Well, you wait for it to build maybe a little bit.
Like 10.
Yeah, you don't even need. Yeah, you only need a few for this. Maybe you do it every. How what's the cadence of this? Every week?
Hopefully,
Once a
right?
month?
Hopefully, yeah, it would be down for every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe once a week, or maybe it doesn't have to be that often. Maybe once a month or once a quarter, you poll the audience, and whichever one of you they vote to have performed the least well in that cycle
Oh my
has
god.
to complete some kind of dare.
Oh man, that's intense.
That sounds very impractical.
Whoa, that's not where I got that idea from, but
Oh,
I
yeah?
can see your point.
Holy fuck. That sounds insane. I don't know if I'm willing to do some
I'm
of this
not.
Or
shit
tell
though.
some kind of truth, maybe. Maybe you have to.
That's just gonna come out on the
I'll do
show
that right
though.
now.
I've got no problem.
That's your
I
question.
plan on just totally
What's your
unloading on
penis
this.
length?
I don't know. I've never measured.
Mine's probably around 5. It's
probably around where mine's at.
5.5,
It's-
somewhere in
maybe.
there. It's not. I'm not packing anything
Same.
serious.
But I have not heard a complaint yet
No, I haven't
from
either.
either of my cats. Was that filmed?
shit.
That whole cat section?
Filmed?
People might not
Nothing
get
was
that.
filmed. Do you film through a microphone? You fucking idiot!
Wow.
What a stupid piece of shit.
Fuck.
You know what? That's why you're the guest.
Well-
he's got good questions, but he's a
Good
fucking
point.
idiot.
Well, that was my suggestion that I came up with. It
It's
was
not
only,
bad.
It was only a 15-minute drive here, so I thought of the question, and then, like I said, I was like, I have to. That's a mean question to ask without having a suggestion.
I don't.
It's not mean. I mean, it's a real question because what is gonna set two pretty regular ass white
Two
dudes
white
apart
dudes,
from
yeah.
fucking anybody else?
Right?
I-
you guys are mayonnaise.
We're white noise.
but I
That's
love
not.
mayonnaise.
That's not the goal for me.
No, me
I could
neither.
care less.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just trying to fucking
Oh,
have
okay.
fun.
Yeah.
And unload. Just kind
Sure.
of play out some ideas with you
What?
guys.
So you do not have any goals, either one of you,
In life?
for this podcast?
No.
No, I hope it fucking crashes and burns.
That's true. I got to go. My goal is just to hang out with people more.
That's literally
That's
my
cool.
goal. Oh my god,
Look
this
at
is
that.
fucking
Wow,
perfect.
you guys-
Challenge 1 complete.
Wow.
Yeah, we're on the same level. We didn't even
Oh
talk
my
about that
God.
before this because he asked me to start a podcast and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
And it was
I'm
just to
down.
hang out
You
with
know that
people
I've been
more.
wanting to start a podcast for a
For
while. I
sure.
talk about it all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
and
It's
but I
just-
just didn't have anybody to do it with.
And it's hard
Cool.
having a kid at home to like, hey, you want to hang out? Yeah. It's like you can't do that because there's just so much shit that has to be organized.
What could be interesting too, and it's been Mike and I listened to a podcast, and one of a topic that came up on that podcast we listened to, because one of the members of the podcast has kids.
I thought you were gonna say
And
cancer.
no, oh my god, I hope not.
God, that was fucked up.
That is fucked up. One of them has kids, and another member of the podcast, who he was talking to him about it, thought of how cool it would be, in X amount of years, this guy's children has hundreds, possibly thousands of hours worth of unfiltered content from their father.
Yeah.
to see him in a different light than probably they saw him as
true,
their dad. And I thought that was kind of heartfelt. Do you see something like that happening where like you have a son, a young son, like maybe when he grows up after you've passed on, hopefully many years in the future, he can look back on this and be like, that's what my father was like to his friends. Because, you know, you're different as a dad.
Yeah, I don't think he'll listen.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think
He'll make sure he doesn't.
Do you think he'll download it to like his
No.
like brain stem? Because that's
Yeah,
that's
really. It
where,
won't
like,
even be like
technology
a
is going.
phone at that point.
Yeah.
It'll be his microchip.
Yeah, he'll be like, I'm gonna listen to all those hours of my dad talk, and I'm done. It's been absorbed in my brain.
Yeah, like half a
think
second.
He's a fucking pedophile, racist freak.
When I was 4, he was hitting on all my girlfriends.
Oh god.
Oh, fuck,
Age of
man.
consent should be abolished.
He was always drinking Trulies in the shed. I didn't know what the
his
fuck
guy
he was doing
friends.
with those two.
God, now you put that in perspective.
Those two
That's
guys.
awful.
Yeah.
Those 2 guys.
drinking Trulies in the shed.
Mom assured me he's a good guy, but I couldn't prove it in that moment.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Dan?
I just came up with the one. I'm sorry.
Kyle, you got any questions?
I got one.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever sent a text to somebody and you didn't mean it to go to that person?
Yes, I have one.
No,
fucked
I
up
haven't.
one.
Let's hear it.
You haven't done it?
I did it today. I think that's why
He
he's
literally
bringing
did it
up.
today, and it was talking about this show.
Yeah.
What did he say? You didn't want to do it?
No,
No,
Who'd
but
you send it to?
he LOL'd it at us.
I didn't LOL at you. I LOL'd with you.
No, he didn't.
Give me the context here. What happened?
He messaged our Discord, and this is the most fucked up thing
This is
about it.
fucked up.
And I asked him, I said, "Are you in another Discord channel?" Because he said he sends a bunch of messages. He says, "Oh
Yeah.
wait, the thing about the whole pizza I was going to eat was supposed to go to you guys, but the
Well,
two
so
things
I-
talking shit about your podcast weren't supposed to go
more
to you
context.
guys."
So I sent in the Discord, I sent 3 messages, which is crazy that those 2 separate messages that I misput in the Discord were 2 separate. So I did it twice essentially. I fucked up twice.
So that was to 2 different people.
No. Same person, but I just sent it in like 2 texts.
Oh my god.
But I did it. So I texted the Discord group talking about this pizza I got in the city. It was half off after 3. Good. It was delicious. But I texted that to the Discord group. I don't know why. But then right afterwards, I texted like, they don't even have a name yet, LOL. And then something else.
Something
And-
like it's their first episode.
yeah, this is technically their first episode.
Yeah.
Because my friend Liz texted me and asked what I was doing this weekend. I said, "Oh, today I'm hanging out with my friend and filming in their podcast." And then she like asked a million questions like, "What's it about? What can I listen to it on?" Stuff like that. And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
wow.
they don't
Oh
even-"
wow, dude!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plugging for us, actually. Wow, I look
Gotta-
like a total asshole right now. I was giving him so much shit earlier.
Yeah, he was. Well,
Like,
no,
dude,
you
you're
weren't
talking
giving me
shit
that
about.
much.
us.
You didn't give me that much.
I was
I
gonna
was
say,
fucking
so
with
far
you.
it
Yeah.
sounds positive.
Yeah.
like
It
telling
was.
people to be on a podcast. I'm like, there's nothing bad about this.
No, it was. No, I agree. And then she asked me all that information, and then I was like, "Oh, they don't even have a name yet." LOL. Like, my point was like she was overthinking how much podcasting you guys have already done.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with like the quality or anything. It was just like, "Oh no, they haven't done that much. This is their first episode." Ha ha ha! Your reaction makes me ha 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 ha.
LOL. So, Mike,
That was my story.
what's your accidental text story?
I have 2. I have one that's good and one that's happened recently. But
Is
but
it recently
it ties in.
good? Like,
It ties-
Recently is opposite of good.
one
Yeah.
time.
that's recent. Good
Go
to know.
ahead, go ahead. Sorry.
So earlier, Kyle and I were talking about how, if you're friends with somebody that you're not interested in, and it's a girl, it could be awkward because you don't want them to think that you're hitting on them or anything. But sometimes it feels like they think that you are.
Yeah,
it's just on your
you're
radar.
overly not trying to put out vibes.
Yes. So I have a friend, like a really good friend that I work with, and it's a girl.
And you'd never fuck her.
never.
Oh, she ugly?
No,
She's
no,
ugly?
she's not.
She's black.
No.
Oh my god!
Listen back to that. I answered it.
Holy shit!
I answered that so sincerely.
I know. Who's the racist here?
Wow.
No, she's awesome, but I try not to be over friendly. And then one night I thought I was texting Tara, but I was texting her.
Were you sexting?
Oh no.
No. One time I took a picture of a new haircut. I was telling Dan this.
Yeah, I heard this.
I
Yep.
took a picture of myself. I gave myself a haircut, and I think I sent it to Tara. I sent it to Tara, and I had a T-shirt on. but I had no pants or underwear.
So you sent a dick pic?
But like
accidental
like,
dick pic?
like with like look at my hair, my dick is just swinging.
So your dick is so insignificant in this picture that you were like, yeah, my hair looks great in this.
But the other text,
So funny, dude. Do you still have that picture? Can you like
no, I
send it to
deleted
me?
it.
Can you put a tiny black bar under that over your dick and let me see that picture? That sounds amazing.
That
A
does
tiny
sound funny.
itty bitty black.
Can you put like a lowercase L, like size 12 times New Roman over your dick?
Well, what did you text her? What was the content?
I don't remember. Like I was
Was
trying to
it
think
like
of it.
relationship style? Were you like, oh,
Did you say I love
you're
you?
so cool?
No, I did that once. I sent it to my sister Tara. My wife's name's
Yeah, I
Tara.
could see that
Oh my
being an
God.
issue.
And then my sister just made fun of me back really
Yeah.
hard.
Good excuse.
if I was dating someone or married to someone who had the same name as a family member or
I'd kill
friend,
myself.
I would change one of the names like drastically. I'd put like a last name in my phone.
You just
or something.
start calling your girlfriend something else.
I'd call her mom.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So I didn't have like a bunch of goofy questions.
No,
Let's
that's
turn 'em
fine.
goofy.
No,
So,
yeah.
Okay,
Let's
so
get deep.
Do you think people should grow out of things or grow with things?
That's a good question.
That is.
I think there are some things you can't grow with.
Do you mean people or lifestyles or?
I would say everything. When I thought of the question,
You thought like TV shows or something, didn't you?
I was thinking of action figures.
Action fit. Okay.
Yeah, because some people do
Yeah.
video games.
Right.
Some people do action figures. People do music. People consider
That's what came to
Yeah.
my mind.
Yeah.
And that's why I was gonna say it depends, because there are some things you can't grow with, right?
But it's relative, right? Because like I would consider like if somebody continued buying baby rattles, I would consider that
Weird.
Like that needs to be, you need to knock that off.
I agree.
Well, what are they
But
doing
it's-
with them?
They just love them. They like the way they look. Cool styles of baby rattles.
How is that any different than action figures?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So that's where your question, I think, splits, because you can grow with something. I'll use video games as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can evolve your taste and style in video games. Like you can go from
okay.
like a more childlike style of video game to a more adult style of video
So
game.
there's variety in
But you
video
can
games.
also find in like what you see in like Disney movies where they're clearly aimed towards kids, but they also put in a lot of adult humor that the kids don't notice for the parents to see
Okay.
when they're bringing their kids. So I think for situations like that, you can evolve with something. But I think some things that don't change, like baby rattles, I don't think you can grow with them. Or like Blue's Clues.
Okay.
That doesn't really change, and you don't really see something different as an adult. So it stays kind of stagnant, aimed at kids.
So if
and only
somebody
kids.
grows up listening to the Beatles, Beatles quit making albums when I was a kid. If I grew up listening to the Beatles, I still listen to the Beatles. There's no change. It's all the same shit.
Right.
Are you refusing to listen to something else in this scenario?
No, you can add other stuff to your life.
Okay.
But you were saying like there's variety, things change.
Right, and I think same with music. Like with the Beatles, you can always, or any music, you can always find different interpretations of the lyrics or the music itself throughout your ages.
Oh, so how it reflects on your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
This makes me think of punk rock music
that sucks.
because well,
and that's it. That's the first
because
episode.
because
Next question.
because I was in a punk band for like, I mean, I've been in punk bands since I was a fucking teenager, and drove around the country playing this shit. And at one time, I saw everyone as, you know, somebody dressed up in like, you know, a studded vest and shit, and it's like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Right.
And now when I see it, it's kind of cringe.
Why do you think that is?
I don't fucking know, and I don't want to say that I grew
Is it
out
because
of
you're
it.
not like invested in it anymore? Because I was gonna say too, it's different when you're like part of the like group that's making it rather than part of the group that's enjoying it.
See, but I started to feel that way even before I like got out of it.
So you might have gotten like a distaste of it because you didn't like doing it though.
Possibly.
So like you can gain like, and that's why people say like you should never like make a career out of like what you love to do, because you'll gain like a resentment towards it.
Right, because
So-
then you're obligated to do it and not
Right.
just doing
It's not
it
fun
It's not a
anymore.
release anymore. It's
Yeah.
it's like a weight on you.
Correct. Because I think that's kind of a special circumstance rather than like Mike, you mean more like hobbies, bringing hobbies with you, right?
Yeah, that was my thought when I wrote the question.
Yeah. I think when you like start doing, well, your brother's a good example of the opposite though, right? His career is based on his hobby and he loves it, right?
That's true.
Or has he grown more of a resentment for it?
He loves it still.
Yeah, I figured he probably would.
But that's something that, I mean, there's so many different mediums when it comes to art.
Yeah, exactly. Art's so subjective. Art could be anything, right?
No. Just kidding. I got another question.
Yeah, go for it.
Is it bad? I use the word dishonest, but I want to change it to bad.
Okay.
Is it bad to act different around different groups of people, or is it better to have the ability to read the room and alter your behavior?
Hold on, one more
question.
time for me.
Well, because you were texting?
Yeah, right.
I'm not texting. I'm looking at my fucking notes.
When we started, he's like,
Texter.
"Turn your phones off, boys and girls."
I said turn off
And
the
now
sound.
he's over here
That's not what
sexting,
you said.
probably.
You guys are literally debunked. You fucking retards. Fuck you guys.
Is it? I use the word dishonest, but I'm changing it right now to bad. Is it bad to act different around different groups of people, or is it better to have the ability to read the room and alter your behavior?
So in some situations, it requires you to act differently. I mean, I act differently at work than I act on this podcast or, at my house.
Take like the pay aspect out of it then, because you're getting paid to act differently.
Yeah,
Right,
But
'cause
so just put the people. Same people
just
around
do
there.
like
But so we're taking the work aspect out.
take the work
read the
aspect
room.
out of it. Yeah. Do friend groups. Do you act differently around different friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Do you
Not like drastically, I wouldn't
Sure.
say.
But I think that's where you're going for, right, Mike? And then do you consider
Sure.
that bad?
I find a certain respect for people. I have one friend, and he is exactly the same, no matter who's around, and it alienates a lot of fucking people around him. But I have this respect for him because he's just unapologetically him. But there's some people. I mean, I've introduced him to people, and they are totally alienated by him because he will say anything. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I love this guy.
I more respect people that can read the room.
Yeah. I think that's probably more important.
Yeah,
I mean, it'll get you farther in life for sure.
Well, it's gonna make me feel awkward if I go somewhere and I'm with somebody that's dropping F-bombs and just being a goofball. Like I like my friends. We're being goofballs right now. If you guys acted like this when we were, or if I acted like this around you guys when we were in the store or whatever, I won't embarrass you guys.
Now I'm thinking of Tony.
Are you thinking about when you used to go to the store with me all the time and I would purposely try? Do you remember when I used to
No.
I'd go up to the bras and I'd say, "Look, tit holders." He did remember. And I'd go up and start grabbing him and but literally
that
the
was
goal
great.
was just
funny.
to fuck
That's
with
actually,
Mike.
yeah,
I still say that to Tara when we go in the store.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
literally haven't
That's
thought about
awesome.
that until this moment.
And after
probably
I
since
say
the last
that,
time.
she goes
That's
over
great.
the shoulder boulder holder.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Hell yeah. See, but yeah, I mean, in the context, that's me just trying to fuck with you. Yeah, but yeah, when somebody doesn't know how to tone it down,
Yeah.
it causes a lot of problems.
See, what started that question for me was one time I was listening to a metal band, and I was so into this band that I just want to share them with people. And I was in a classroom, and this guy was showing off music. I'm like, "Oh, let me show you this band," and then it played, and immediately I realized what I did.
Yeah.
When it started playing, I'm like, I did not read the room.
Yeah.
And it was so embarrassing, and everybody started putting in headphones, and then
Wait, this was during class?
it was an art class.
Oh, okay.
So I'm using quotations when I say class.
Yeah. See, I did the same thing in high school. I put on Job for a Cowboy and 2 Men of a Machine, which is just some straight shitty death metal. And I did it with the intention of alienating the room.
Yeah.
And a girl walked to the front of the class and turned the volume down on the radio. It was part of a presentation.
funny.
That's funny.
You know.
Oh, what?
And we had
during your presentation?
Well, it was like you had to write. You had to kind of decipher the lyrics of a song, and then everybody
we had
got
to
to
do
play
that
their
too.
song. Yeah, I mean, you
English,
probably had,
right?
yeah, it was an English class.
Yeah.
So yeah, you had to kind
We
of
had to do
read
that
the
too.
lyrics and decipher them.
Yep.
And I was letting the song play, and some girl walked up and just turned the volume down.
it's kind of shitty.
That is
Yeah,
kinda
she was a
shitty.
bitch.
Okay, here's this is a two-parter.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a pretty simple question. What do you see is immature for people of our age?
Well, you're much older than us.
Not that much
I'm
older
kidding,
than
I'm kidding. Immature. So what I would say living with your parents.
Okay.
Not having a job.
Yeah.
Not having a license is unacceptable.
Yeah.
What
Well,
the fuck
it
is
depends
people
where
live
you're
in a
at.
city?
It depends. Yeah, that depends where you're at.
Okay, so
where we live, it's unacceptable
it is
to have a driver's
Okay,
license.
so you're in Chicago. You don't really need a license necessarily.
or big other big like metropolitan areas.
Chicago's the closest one.
Say you live in this area though. Here's a question.
Okay.
You're fully
Clothed.
no, man, no.
Don't ruin the mood, Mike.
Now I'm soft. So you fully sustain yourself. You have your own house. You have a job, but you don't have a license, and you live in this area.
What do you like? Live above the place you work or something?
Close enough.
Live above the place you
Say
buy
like
groceries.
Say like Mike
if you don't
here.
need it,
You're still gonna need to get around.
it's a responsibility, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, if
with
you need to run to the
Uber-
hospital or something, you're right, Uber. But if you need, you know what? That's a good question.
If you're making a bunch of, I would say,
I
okay,
want to agree with you. You don't need it.
you don't need it, but I would say in most situations,
That's like an outlier.
Yeah.
No one really
the
has
same
that.
fucking thing as the city. thing.
Exactly. Yeah, you pretty
in
much
most
need a driver's
situations,
license
I mean,
nowadays.
me and Dan worked with somebody that did not have his license. And how fucking old was he?
He didn't get into his 26. 10 years after.
His mom and dad are driving him to work every day.
And me, and I would often drive him home all the time.
When you become a burden like that, that's immaturity.
that's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
When
immature
you're a
because you're
burden.
relying on other
so
people.
Okay, so that gives you more of like an answer to that question.
And that was
When
pretty much all
you-
of my points. I said, you don't have a job, you
Yeah.
don't have your own place,
If you
and you
can't-
don't have a license.
If you can't
that is immature.
sustain yourself and you are like actively not trying to sustain yourself, because there's other like reasons you might not have a job or might not have a license, but if you could get a license but you choose not to, that's a problem.
And it's to the detriment of somebody else, and
Correct.
you are of the means that it's
Yeah,
reasonable that you should have a job.
I think that's a pretty
Also,
good.
I would say lying is immature.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, obviously
that.
we all tell
You-
certain type of lies.
Yeah.
Like,
no emotional maturity.
I mean,
Good
it
point.
fucks everything up. People
That
'cause-
depends. What
do you mean?
because I like a change in your personality is like a lie, right? Because I act like, and it almost goes back to acting different around different people. And I'm going to bring it back to work again. Like when I'm at work, I'll like say things that are lies, like to my boss.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Or like laugh at a joke and be like, "Oh, you're so funny," but
It's
like
a white,
really, it's like
the
that's
white
not
lie
funny.
thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
So I think there's-
self-preservation, though.
Yeah,
There and that kind of makes sense. But I mean, just lying to benefit yourself in more of like a seedy way. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's all wrong on some level,
right.
because you should be able to just be
Be
honest
more
with
open.
people. And
But that's another thing that also goes back to like the adaptation. Like sometimes you have to like judge your surroundings and be like, okay, how do I have to act in this situation
Yes.
to
Yes.
so that almost kind of all three of those
so
questions
we'll
kind of
say
came back.
say unnecessary lying.
Well,
Unnecessary lying,
even-
like chronic lying, like doing it just to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've known people like that.
Yeah,
It's like,
getting
what an
off
asshole.
on it.
That's like almost not even like
Emotional manipulation.
yeah. That almost brings it to more of like a like mental issue.
Yeah,
than
not
like
knowing
a-
how to handle a
than like a
situation.
maturity issue.
Like if somebody yells at you and you overreact and flip the fuck out, or if like
Yeah.
you're at work, you get written up and you start crying, or like your
Yeah.
emotional intelligence.
Correct.
You know? I think
Yeah.
that, I mean, that's
Do you,
something that,
do you think it's immature for men to cry
yeah.
in general?
Oh, I thought you were talking about getting written up.
No. I'm just saying in
no.
general. In general.
Emotional? No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I
either.
don't think so either.
I cried
No,
like a
not at
little
all.
baby when our friend passed away.
Yeah, I did too. Actually, not in front of anybody, but
I did.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
But
so
I'm not
that-
saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm
What are
just
you
saying.
saying?
So why did you
Actually, you know what? I did in front of somebody, but not in front of any of like my friends. And maybe that's a weakness in me.
Why even mention that? Yeah, why even mention that you didn't cry in front of anybody?
I'm just saying. It's just what came to mind.
So that brings it back to like, or is it less acceptable for a man to cry in front of people?
Yes, I would say in public it's less accepted. But should it be that way?
You said accepted and not acceptable. Do you think it's less
Oh,
acceptable?
acceptable. Well,
Right.
generally, I mean, if one of you guys just bursted out crying right
But like,
now,
there's
I mean,
a
how
good
would you
reason.
feel?
Like if you like, that situation was more fresh now of like your friend passing away, and you guys both started crying.
I didn't ridicule anybody for doing it.
I know, but I know you haven't, but like because you made
I wasn't even that close with the guy anymore. You know,
made
so
it
it
the
was
point
like,
to be like, I cried like a baby too, but not in front of anybody. Like you brought it
right,
up
and
as
then that's
like
probably some deep inside me, some defense mechanism coming out, being like,
right.
"Yo, I'm not a pussy, guys. I swear I'm not a pussy."
I swear I'm cool like you guys.
I don't think that, like, on top of the like you saying men shouldn't cry. I don't think men should take baths. There's like feminine things like that. I don't think men should do.
That makes no sense.
I know, but it's just like one of those things.
But
I
it
take
could just-
baths all the time,
That could also be like a deep down like.
and
like when-
that's what
it
you're
probably
saying.
is. Like maybe my mom, because my mom took baths all the time.
Well, you look at
My dad never did.
What's feminine about it?
I think
don't know.
like Mike was
Just
saying,
the way it's
Like my
portrayed
mom
to you.
did.
Yeah,
And
I
didn't.
think like
My
Mike
dad
was saying,
didn't.
historically you see children bathe. I don't even think of it as like a girl thing. I think of it as like a kid thing. Like you take a bath as a kid because you can't really like wash yourself yet. So you don't take a shower because then the person bathing you gets hit with the water too. And the water gets all over the place. But once you get to like a certain age, you start just showering. It's a more effective and cleanly way
It's a
to
coming
clean.
of age thing.
So it's almost like when you like is it like a holding on to like a childhood thing? Like, you know how like it's built into humans to get into the fetal position to feel more comfortable because it simulates them being in the womb. So is there like something about being in a bath that feels more like you're like a kid, like a more safe thing?
Possibly, I don't know.
Do you feel
it
that
just,
way
it
when
just
you're in a bath?
relaxes.
I haven't been in one in about 20 years. That's not true.
I was,
bring that up?
I was
No,
telling
it's
Kyle I had to be in a. My doctor told me I had to be in a bath
For what?
for like a medical thing.
And then you said you weren't gay,
And
and then you...
I tried taking one bath, and I'm like, this is not for me. It's
Gross, right?
It
But
is.
we're also, me and you are tall guys. Were you uncomfortable in
Yes.
the length of the bath?
So
Oh,
that's
maybe
part
that's
of it
maybe
too.
that's a problem. Yeah, because
That's
I'm
part
not
of
as
it,
tall
too.
as you
Yeah.
guys.
That's part of it too. I wouldn't want to take one for the height thing.
That might have been it.
I do it to warm up in the winter. You know, if it's cold and I need to
but the
warm
water
up.
I
will,
put on clothes.
you actually would. I think
Got him.
I think you can make I think you could make the argument that you probably get warmer by showering, right? Because when you're showering, that water is constantly hot, whereas a bath is instantly getting cooler the second you draw.
Yeah,
it.
when you run it hot, it stays. I'll be sweating in a bath.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Like sweating,
Ooh.
like this is uncomfortable. I'll be pouring cold water into it because I can't fucking take it anymore.
I've been in a bath like with a girlfriend.
Hell
as like
yeah.
a sexual thing.
Hell yeah.
Simply no more than that. I wouldn't be in a bath by myself to like bathe myself.
Have you ever had sex where your penis and their vagina was underwater
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
warm water?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, I didn't think so.
I didn't think it sucked either. I didn't think it sucked either.
Was
What
the
sucked
water
about
hot?
Yeah.
It was like
It was like when the water was
wasn't-
hot, I had like no sensation.
you okay?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I guess
I had a sensation. I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the water was hot though, but it was warm.
The water was hot when I was doing it. It was fucking awful.
I would say the water was hot. I don't know. I don't. I
I
guess
want to try
did-
it now.
Yeah, now
I
I
want
want
to
to go
try
back
it now.
and be like,
you guys want to fuck in the bathtub after this?
Yeah. I hated
lose.
it. It was awful.
Have you jerked off in the bath?
Not with my dick under the water.
Really? You bring it out of the water to
Yeah,
jerk
like,
off?
I don't take baths.
Well, I don't either. That's why I'm like.
I don't either, but I
curious.
do it under the water.
I don't either, but I jerk off in the baths underwater.
Sink.
Yeah. So like if you jerk off, if you're taking a bath and you're like, I'm gonna jerk off, you like stand up and then
Well,
like
because
get back
water
in the-
isn't good lubrication. Like by itself, water.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So like,
So you go for like
I would rather have lubrication,
Sure.
and the water just washes it away instantly.
Yeah.
That's my problem with it.
Fair
on,
enough.
on that level.
Fair enough. Is that where you thought that question was going to go, Mike?
I don't even remember what I asked.
I don't either, but I didn't think it had anything to do
I
with
gotta pee, though.
jerking off in the bath. Okay, you done pissing yet, Carl? Jesus Christ. God, that was even longer than the first time.
I'm wearing these underwear. They're like weird. I finally just had to like unzip the whole fucking thing and whip it out.
I hear ya.
I couldn't fucking find my dick in the hole. You know what I mean?
Do you go over the fence or through the gate when you're taking a piss?
I had to go over the fence just then.
But you don't normally?
It,
I always go through the gate.
I don't have a gate.
usually it's through the gate.
How do you not have a gate?
I don't know. I wear bikini.
I know you.
briefs,
I know
and they
you
don't
do,
have-
but they don't have like the
hole.
you
No.
pull them open.
No, they don't have it.
Really?
Yeah. They're like girls' underwear.
That is like girls'
when
underwear.
I do underwear, like sometimes I get mine and Tara's underwear mixed up.
Do you ever buy girls' underwear?
Yeah. What's that?
Do you ever buy girls' underwear?
I've worn girls' underwear
Is it more or less comfortable?
Wait, what? Why?
just because I didn't have my own pair.
And taking a bath is feminine? We're in bitches'
Yeah.
underwear?
Well, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
I wouldn't do either one of them.
Listen.
I'm a fucking.
have you ever gone commando before?
It's awful.
It's
It is
that's,
I did it
awful.
once
That's why I wore girls' underwear.
because
Fair
it was
enough.
that
Those
was
are
the
your
only
only
other option.
That was the only other option.
Where was all your
Okay.
underwear?
I commend you.
It was dirty pair of underwear.
I'd rather put on a pair of dirty underwear than women's underwear. Are you fucking kidding me?
I would just do like the laundry often
I
enough to
wasn't-
where
I
I wouldn't
wasn't-
run out of.
I wasn't. It was the situation. There was nowhere I could.
Were you
do
like at
laundry.
someone
I was
else's
somewhere
house?
else? Yeah.
Okay. You were at your girlfriend's house banging her,
Yeah.
and then you wore her underwear.
Her mom's. No, I was kidding.
Oh shit! Oh my god. Cool. Okay, what was your Carl
Yeah,
question?
you had a question.
It's a silly question.
Yeah.
But I was hanging out with a couple gay people recently, and
Right now?
hygiene came up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
you guys shave your assholes?
No.
No.
Thank you. Oh my god.
That is
This-
opposite of
This
hygiene.
fucking came
is
up. You know what?
shaving your
Sam was
asshole.
there too. Our friend Sam was there too.
Sam was there? Did she
Sam-
shave her asshole?
She was like,
I don't
"You
know
don't
her. I
shave
don't
your
wanna know."
butthole. You don't
That's-
shave." And Matt,
Why
my,
would
my
we?
friend, my friend Matt, his
They didn't
fiance
say
John.
that it was hygienic to shave it.
they
did
said they said that's normal hygiene. I
No,
said,
it's
dude,
not.
I'm a
No.
straight
No,
guy.
No, it's the opposite
That's
of
fucking
hygiene.
thank you. Oh my
It
god,
is
I wanted
the
to wait till this was
opposite.
on air.
That's like a mental issue,
It is
not a
the
hygiene
opposite
issue.
of
Well, it was like
hygiene.
I was like, am I? And so I'm with actually 3 people because Sam was there too, and
You
they're
said
all
that
looking at
already.
me like I'm fucking
Well,
insane.
they all use their assholes.
Right.
Like, we just
That's the
poop out of
difference. It's a
ours.
sexual thing.
Well, yeah, but then I mean that's what I said. I said, dude, I'm not getting fucked in my ass.
Right.
Why do
And
I
we're-
need to shave it?
Right.
Because
right.
I had my shirt off earlier in the day.
Fuck. I was with my two,
sounds weird.
I was with my two gay friends. I didn't have my shirt on.
Yeah.
And we're talking
It
about
was a hot day,
buttholes.
you know. We
Yeah.
had a
It's
couple
fucking been
Trulies.
freezing lately.
No, this was
the
back
middle
in the
of
summer. This was
October.
back in the summer.
Oh.
What did you? Why are you assuming shit? Anyways, we
Why
were
were
all
they
sucking
so-
each other's dicks.
Why
were
And we-
Why were they so concerned with your asshole?
so yeah, my shirt was off. I have a very hairy chest.
Okay.
And my friend's fiance John says, "God, you must be a he said something. They're just very open. He said something. It's like, do you shave your fucking bush? You must have a big ass bush or something like that. And I was like, yeah. He was like, you better shave your ass because that's got to be a fucking mess down there. And I was like, no, I don't shave my ass. Why would I shave my ass?
Why would you shave your ass?
It's just part of their normal
Their
everyday
openness.
routine, I guess. That you know what? If we're gonna run a poll, we need to run a poll. Do you shave your asshole?
the
No
poll is
context.
the,
I don't
whichever
wanna
you
know.
is least popular has to shave their asshole that week.
Oh my god!
I don't even. Honest to God,
That'd be
I
awesome.
I doubt if I have any hair on my.
How are we gonna
I'm
prove it? I have
super-
a lot of
Gotta
hair.
just
I
be
have, like-
honest. You just got to be honest.
I have like
about
no
it.
hair. I have like no chest hair. I have minimal armpit hair, tiny leg hairs.
I have
can't
And
grow
you
too
wear
much.
girls' underwear.
I wear girls' underwear.
Oh my god. He's
My box itches all the time.
my tampons. yeah. Okay. Well, I'm very glad that I brought that up and I waited to be on
Yeah.
air because thank
That's-
you for the fucking
that's-
validation.
yeah,
well, it's like
crazy.
that's
Why would I do that?
That's so
Why would you?
disturbing.
It's not a hygienic thing.
Disturbed by it.
It is not a hygienic thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
It's-
sure your asshole's cleaner if you're shaving it, but like, why do I need it to be
But it
cleaner
gets
than it already
sweatier.
is? I wash my
it gets
ass.
sweatier if you didn't have hair down there.
It would
And
fucking feel terrible.
You would get like
Chafing and shit.
You'd get chafing, and you'd get like razor burns that could get
Yeah.
infected easier.
Like, what
It's
if you
way
cut your
less
butthole?
hygienic.
What if you cut your butthole with a razor?
Right.
Do you wash your butthole?
Oh yeah. Well, not like I don't like go in there,
No.
but I like start to like.
I'm like wondering what Mike does by the way he's asking
He's getting
you
like
this.
gayer and gayer as the day goes along.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Can I taste
You
it?
guys
I'll
have
give
one
it
of
a
those
kiss.
clean dildo-shaped soap bars that you just shove into your asshole to clean it.
Oh man. I needed to fucking.
Yeah, that was no. You're doing the right thing.
Thank
Don't
God.
start shaving.
Yeah,
that.
it's like that feels like a waste of time. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
You'd have to do that probably a
okay,
lot.
but here's
'cause it
a
probably
follow
grows
up though,
back.
and I don't know if you guys want to get this personal.
Sure.
When you're having sex, do you
Uh-huh.
mind a little something going on down there?
The fuck are you talking about? Oh, like on yourself?
No, when you're having sex.
But like, so you're having sex and like the girl puts like a finger up your butt.
Right.
I've never had it happen. I don't think I'd want to.
And not even a doctor's never put a finger in my butt.
They will eventually, but I'll say
can't
as a man
wait.
that has had a
Did
finger
you
in
say
his...
you can't wait? I didn't hear that. at
Well,
first.
I will come out and say it. I'm coming out.
Yeah, as gay.
Those gay
I
friends
have
of mine.
I have definitely
So
fucked
have-
around with that, and it's crazy.
Have you had girlfriends, either past or present, ask you to shave down there? Then
No, and that's why that's what I've never had
Yeah,
a and
yeah.
it's
Then fuck that.
you know what?
Interesting.
John was right. My ass is a mess. It's disgusting.
Right, and people are still
It's
putting their
hairy as
fingers
fuck.
up there.
That's yeah.
I've never seen
Wow.
mine. Did you just like go to the bathroom like, how does this actually
Well,
look?
I just know there's hair down
Is there like a
It's
lube situation, or they just like lick
You
their
got
finger?
You should lube it. I had a girl one time not even ask me or anything, and just it's literally like
Dry?
she raped my ass. Yeah.
She went dry in
Yeah.
there. Whoa.
To the base of her. She didn't ask.
that had to have hurt.
It hurt like hell.
How'd she get it all the way up there if it was dry?
Dude, she fucking
She
forced
worked it up there?
It hurt. I was seriously.
sounds
I
like
was
it would've
seriously.
hurt.
I
Why
was
didn't you
seriously-
say anything?
I'd be
Dude,
like,
it was
stop. Was she
it
also
was like,
blowing
I don't
you
know
at the same time?
when
at
it
least,
was
or
it was
something?
still kind of new. It's not the girl that I'm with now.
Yeah.
It was a past relationship.
I
It was
know
still
who it
kind of
was.
new, and I kind of
Oh shit.
I kind of just didn't like. I didn't complain, but afterwards I was literally holding my ass for like, dude, for like over an hour. It hurt.
Now that we think we know who it is, did that continue?
No, it never happened again.
Okay, that's weird.
After I
Not
hear
even after you were like, "Hey, try at least lube it up."
I didn't even bring it up until like almost a year after it happened.
Like, what were you thinking?
How much that fucking hurt? Yeah, because it was
What
kind of.
the
It was kind of.
response.
She
Fuck yeah, fuck.
No, I think you guys think you know who it is, but you don't.
We're wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
but the
No,
person
I
that
really know who it is.
no, the person that you think it is, she shoved it up there all the time, and she did it great.
Really?
she did a
the
fantastic
lubing
job.
situation.
Yeah, she
So this
knew-
has been
she knew what
something
she
that's
was
been in
doing.
your life for a while. Then
What?
this act of having
Butthole
fingers
stuff.
put up your
Yeah.
butt. When was the first time? And was it on your own request?
We had talked about it before. She said like, "Would you be interested in that?"
So,
And
okay.
I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
So you okay? So this
You're
is
like, yeah, fuck my ass.
so this is a
With your finger, yeah,
relationship-
pretty much. Not like fuck it, but
So
shove
this is
something
a,
up there. I want to
so
see
this
what
is
it
a
feels like.
relationship,
Yeah, we were already
and
in a
you
relationship.
okay? And
For a
she brought
while,
it up
too.
first.
Yeah, she had mentioned it. She was like, I just heard, it's good for a guy to do. And I'm telling you, if you've never tried it,
So
it's like I don't even know what to. It's like,
did she have to talk you into it, or were
No.
you like, yeah, go for it?
I was pretty down.
I'm
with
eager. So it had crossed your mind prior to that, probably then,
Yeah.
right? Had you tried doing it to yourself?
It. No.
Would that be too gay?
I don't think it'd be
what's the
gay, but
weird-
I'm just not interested in doing that. Like that's like even like
It'd be hard logistically.
logistically. That's the word I was looking for. It would be.
You'd have to like twist your spine all
Yeah,
up. You'd look
it
like
wouldn't
Zelda.
be. It wouldn't be
from
comfortable,
Pet
but man,
Sematary
it's
to
strange
get your
just
finger up your own
submitting your ass to a
Right.
to a woman to be penetrated.
So
It's
was
strange.
it like the first time you do it? Is it like, okay, don't mess with anything else, just focus on that, or was it also like, oh, also give me like a hand job?
the
or something?
first time? So I'm getting a hand job. I'm on the floor of the shower, and
You're not in a bath.
there was no bathtub there.
Oh, you
Otherwise
must have
I
been
definitely
crying.
would have. Yeah, I was complaining the
What
whole
if-
time. I'm like, this hand job would have been so much better if this was a
If
bathtub.
you were in a hot bath and they stuck their finger up your butt, do you think you'd feel that?
yes,
Okay.
you would definitely
Okay,
feel that.
gotcha.
It's a strong sensation.
So okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
So yeah, hand job, floor of the shower, and she kind of waited until I was about to finish, and then just shoved it up there at the end. A little bit,
Whoa.
not like hard, not like far either.
well,
but
your
just,
the way you acted that out looked like it was really.
Yeah,
I like my face is contorted.
Yeah.
I
You're like,
played
she
that
shoved
back.
that fucking thing up there. You even did like an arm motion where you
Yeah.
like shot it forward.
Yeah, she actually used her foot, but no, so she kind of waited till the last second and then did it, and I froze, and it was like the most intense thing I'd ever felt in my life.
Wow, and you were
it
hooked,
was so
instantly hooked.
intense that it was not pleasurable that time.
Really?
But if they know what they're doing, you can't beat it. Let me tell you.
Do you ever reciprocate that?
What do you mean?
Do you ever put fingers up their butts?
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
But it's, I mean, for the female, it's not even the same as the male. They don't have a prostate.
Huh. it's probably less enjoyable for him then, right? Less pressure feeling, maybe.
It's just dude, male G spot's up there.
Well,
Mike
okay.
wants us to move along so bad.
So bad.
Oh, you should have said something,
Bro, I don't even take baths.
Having a female's finger in your ass is not gay. I'm here.
No, I'm
Rex.
sure.
It's not straight either, though.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's straight as fuck.
I don't know about
Just
that.
using your body the way it was fucking used. That'd be
It's just that's one of those things that just never on my radar, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not like shaming you or anything. It's just
Oh, I don't care.
for me. It's not something that's on my radar.
I've never lived.
Like baby rattles and
get
shit
it.
like that.
Yeah.
So this goes back to the immaturity question.
Okay.
What do you do that can be considered as immature besides fingers up your ass conversation?
That's not immature, man. That's man shit.
But see, bringing it up in front of your friends might be immature.
Why?
I'm just saying it might be immature. I think bringing up sex stuff in front of your friends is immature.
Why?
I don't know. It just is. I'm asking you guys what you think is immature.
What about having sex with your friends?
Yeah. No, it's a good time. Except for Kyle, I'm not putting my finger in your butt. Floor of a shower, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do that you consider mature?
Well, going back to like you were saying, I collect action figures. I play video games. Oh my God, I do a lot of immature stuff. Not very good with finances. I do almost nothing in a mature way. When I'm at work and it's like go time at work, I am mature, and that is almost the exclusive moment where I'm doing something that a mature person would do.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I feel like I'm immature almost every other moment of the day. So,
It's like action figures and finances is the main thing you think?
action
Like
figures,
maybe you're-
video games.
maybe you're like-
I watch cartoons.
Does it teeter into self-consciousness?
No, I think it's like a. I think about it a lot actually. I think it's like it's like an escapism thing.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
I don't. You know, being out in the real world's all good and everything, but I'm like sometimes I just want to get away with that, get away from that.
Definitely.
So I'll be like, when I'm home, you know, I'll go out and, you know, I'll commute up to where I work, you know, I put on my slacks and dress shirt, you know, and I'll go through work and I'll be an adult, mature in like a corporate world, whatever. But then by the end of the day, I'm like, fuck, I'm tired of that. I want to go home and like play a video game and like watch a cartoon.
just the total opposite. Rebel against that whole world by.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm trying to think, and what's coming to mind kind of sounds backwards, and it goes back to the escapism thing, getting intoxicated. I feel like that's, which I don't do like to the extreme, but you know, sometimes I come home and you just having one of those days where you want to escape. It's like, fuck this. I really just want to turn my fucking brain off.
Yeah.
So I might have a few drinks or something and play a game or write some music or something. I feel like, you know, some people consider, you know, having a drink of alcohol like kind of like a manly or like something like that. I think it's actually really childish in a way because it's like almost you saying like, I can't handle reality. I need to get away from it.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's kind of like the people you always see on the train. Like that, I can see the same people every day, always have a beer. First thing that comes to mind is,
oh my God, yeah.
is that's got to get expensive.
Yeah.
And second
Yeah.
thought
Because
is,
they're buying them in
is-
the city.
yeah.
That too.
And then it's like the immature factor. Well, that and like driving home with a buzz.
Oh yeah, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a question then too that kind of go into the immaturity thing. Do you think the like dichotomy of having like a mature side and the immature side is healthy or unhealthy?
I think in moderation, it's obviously healthy, but yeah, because you need to loosen up.
I don't know that I see it as like some people might not have an immature side. So, I mean, people don't have.
No, you're right.
Immature
Yeah,
side.
you're right.
But I think we all do things that others can consider as immature. I definitely do, and I definitely do a lot of things that others consider immature that I don't consider immature.
Right. Like what?
Well, like you, the action figure thing. Like you, like the sex thing. Like that stuff that at work I would never bring up. I feel like if I brought it up in front of that group of people, I'd be considered very immature. But I mean, I have my finances in order. I have my family in order. So I don't feel like those immature things impact my life in a big way. So I don't think that it becomes an issue.
I think when you start to contemplate doing something. No, you have crossed the line by that point. I think when you start to contemplate doing something you need to get done, and you're seriously saying like, oh fuck, dude, I don't have any clean underwear. I'll just wear my girlfriend's underwear and I'll just keep playing this game or something like that, or like, oh, I'm not going to go grocery shopping. I'm just going to stay at home and watch porn all night and jack off, or I don't know, something like that. I feel like that's when it's actually becoming a problem. Like, I don't need food. I got this thing that I love.
Yeah, where you like start to. Okay, I see what you're saying. So where you start to choose that self-indulgent thing over when you start to contemplate that. When you start to contemplate.
When it starts to go over your basic necessities.
Yeah.
When it starts to cross your mind that
when you've
this
got
may be
when you've got like $10 left and you're like, do I buy like lunch or do I buy a pack of cigarettes?
yeah, if it's a question.
If you have to question it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I
And
think
you're
that's- I think that's pretty
seriously
accurate.
thinking about it. Have you ever been pushed to that point with anything?
Fuck yes. Fuck
Sure
yes.
I have.
Let's hear about it.
Just toys, action figures.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to mind. Not anymore. I mean, I bought an action figure recently, and I woke up in the middle of the night feeling so guilty.
Oh my
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, but like back in the day, I wouldn't. I would be more if I was like, if I spent like $20 on a T-shirt or food, but I thought that I could have spent that money on an action figure.
Yeah.
Back then, I'd have been like, I could have just. It was one meal. I could have skipped it.
You're right. No, and it's actually funny you mention that because I was just telling someone I work with the other day, basically that same thing. In high school, my senior year, my mom would give me like $5 for hot lunch every day. And more often than not, I would skip lunch and then go to Walmart after school and buy G.I. Joe with that $5.
What is the drive with? Because I'm a total outsider to the action figure thing. I've never.
It's
had.
a collectible. There's a collector's bug.
So what
Whether
is
it's
that?
action
Where does that
It's
come
like a
from?
completionist thing.
Also, like when I was a kid, in my case, it might not be the same as your case, but I like obviously didn't have too many friends. And
Obviously, why are you saying that?
still, I don't. But me and my brother would play with action figures, and like that, there was so much joy in not only playing with them, but going out on like the hunt to find new figures.
The hunt is really the best part.
But then a lot of times I'll get them, I'll put them away, totally forget I have them.
Correct.
So it's the actual act.
It's the
It
it's
might
like you
be.
said, the hunt. Because I've had that happen too, where I'll go out like all day looking for toys and then buy them and then be like,
Yeah,
I got more enjoyment out of looking for it than I did
Yeah.
getting
But
it.
that sounds like an addiction.
it is.
Oh, it is
That's
an
what it
addiction.
sounds like,
yeah,
yeah.
it's 100% an addiction.
Yeah, that's where it's the teeter point.
So
But
is it based in nostalgia? Does nostalgia drive it? Are you like
No.
seeking that feeling from when you were a kid, or
maybe subconsciously,
Okay.
but when it comes to nostalgia has never really been a big thing for me. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I could give a fuck about right now. If they banished them, I don't care. Same thing with that Power Rangers, anything. Nostalgia doesn't bother me, but maybe that feeling I had when I was a kid, going on the hunt or buying a new toy or playing with my toys with my brother.
and that avenue of going out and getting those?
Or
That's
maybe it was even the bonding thing with my brother because he lives far away. We don't, obviously we don't hang out that much anymore. We don't.
and you guys are
communicate much.
twins, so that's an extreme bond.
Yeah, and then when we recently started talking about buying a line of figures, and that opened that communication back up. So now we're texting all the time, and that's we're more eager to go on that hunt or buy stuff.
Well,
so.
that's like the fun. Like I said, that's like the funnest part too. It's something to do. Like in like high school and just past high school, me and my friend Gabe, every Wednesday, we'd get together and we'd go and we'd drive around and look for toys, and it was like something to do. Because that was also in like an age too where like you can't do quite as much. We couldn't drink yet. We lived with our parents still. We didn't have enough money to where we could like go out and do more extravagant stuff. So it was like, well, let's go out and spend all day driving around, walking around stores. Maybe we'll find a figure. Maybe we won't, but like it's a way to hang out.
yeah.
So
It
it's
doesn't
part of
really
that. There's a
matter
lot
what
of-
you're doing,
There's
but
there's a lot of aspects to
it's a
it.
camaraderie thing.
Yeah, there's part of that that's there too. Like I said, it's like the collector bug too.
And I want to point out too, like when you introduced me to Dan for the first time,
Right. Oh yeah, because I introduced you guys.
And do you remember, like when we found out we both collected toys? It was just like that's all we talked about.
I remember-
the second we met.
I remember I've told each of you, and you guys are very similar in this way, that you're the kind of people where if I hype something up, you're gonna shit all over it.
Yeah.
And I was hyping you guys up to each other. I was like, I think you guys really like each other. And then we decided to go disking, and by hole 3, you guys were talking, and I was just disking.
Yeah.
I like wasn't even in on the conversation. I'm like, holy shit! For once, I actually hyped something up, and it was actually rare.
And I remember not wanting to meet Dan.
Same.
Right, and that's
Same
what I'm
here.
saying. You guys are
Same
shitting on the idea of meeting each other. You're like,
Yeah.
dude, what? Oh no, I wouldn't like that shit.
Fuck that guy.
Fucking contrarian pieces of shit.
Look at you
Totally.
get one score and you think that you're one out of a
I'm the
billion.
man. We're here today because of me. This is my podcast.
I didn't want to like you at first either.
Me? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And
Both of you
yeah,
guys, I
something.
didn't want to like either one of you at first.
I could taste the vibes off of you. I met Dan at Walgreens. We were working together, and I don't know something. The first interaction I had is like, this guy's a fucking prick.
But I wasn't trying to be a prick at that moment.
I could taste it. I could
definitely
smell
had
it in
a
the air.
disdain. I definitely had a disdain.
There's
I-
like this dismissive kind of like, and I was like, all right, well, fuck you too,
It
bitch.
must have bled through. It must have bled through.
You wear your emotions on your sleeve, and I can read you like
Yeah,
a
I
book.
do wear my emotions on my sleeve a lot. I hear that a lot.
I've actually described you to people as somebody that wears his emotions on his sleeve in a
Yeah.
good way. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Peter, our friend Peter, recently described me as an empath.
Don't know what that is either.
I'd never heard what it was, but
I've
then I
heard
looked
that.
it up and I was like, that is what it is. And it's basically someone like that.
Cunt?
Yeah, like a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, that is me.
Well, what is an empath? Is somebody that like feels for people. I thought
That's part of it. Yeah, there's
Oh,
like a
and that I
feeling-
would not describe you as at all.
It depends.
I think-
So
it
maybe
depends.
certain
Sometimes.
topics, but I would
Yeah.
say you're pretty cold on a lot of things.
Yeah,
I-
it depends how close I am with the person that's feeling a certain way.
You don't have patience for fools.
Yeah, I could see that.
Finish.
Thought
Okay,
he was
hurry up. I
going
don't have
somewhere.
patience. I don't have patience for this.
I was like
Mike.
trying to read questions at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Did you find your question?
Let me see what I got here.
You guys are just looking at questions the whole time.
Fuck off, bitch.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We'll see you
but
tomorrow.
Let's be honest, it's probably just
Gentlemen.
dorky white guys that are going to be listening to this.
It's probably us.
and it's probably going to be three listeners. Thank you for joining us on our first episode of Making Fun of Mike. We were glad to just hang out with you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, everybody. I'm fried.
I'm fucking fried.